A very popular stretchy cast off is Jen's Surprisingly Stretchy Bind Off. And it's a bind off, as Jen, I believe, is American. This was first seen in Knitty magazine, I believe, and it is very useful because it gives you a really nice stretchy edge. So the first thing that you do is I knit the first stitch. You will see other people doing a slight variation on this, but I think a knit stitch is fine. You are then doing what I consider to be a reverse yarn over. So you take the yarn over the top of the needle and then back to the back of the work. You then knit the next stitch, and then you take the yarn over and the first knit stitch over the second knit stitch. And you'll see why in a moment. You then take the yarn over the top of the needle again and knit the next stitch. You take the yarn over and the first knit stitch over the top of the second knit stitch. And then you continue working in that way. So always using a reverse yarn over, knitting the next stitch, and then taking the yarn over and the first knit stitch, so the stitch on the right, over the stitch you've just knit. Sometimes it can be tricky to get into those together. To make sure you grab them all and don't split the stitches. So we'll knit a few of those and show you what that looks like. So you'll see here that it creates a slightly different look at the top of the work, and also it creates a much stretchier edge. So that's really quite useful in that it gives you that extra space because of the yarn overs to stretch out the piece of work. And that's why it's often used as a stretchy bind off or a stretchy cast off that people like. I use this very frequently on necklines, etc., where I need some good stretch, or on the outside of a blanket where I'm going to be sewing them together because I like the way the edge looks. I would say though to be cautious of this, that if you don't need that stretchy an edge, apply this sparingly.